WA.
Do you?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yes. My father was born in WA, and my brother's UWA, so
That's all right.
goes
then.
through.
Well, you're
I'm accepted, am
highly
I?
acceptable in that case.
And of course, my mother, she's from South Australia. Mm-hmm. Phew.
Well, they take their culture so seriously.
Well, you see, they do.
That's a bit of a national joke, isn't it?
I know, it is.
Sorry, all you South Australians.
Well, people ask me how I was attracted to acting and music. Well, it was a foregone conclusion because we'd have soirees at home. I didn't know any difference.
You're different, no.
And I'm the only one in the family that doesn't play, more than 2 instruments.
Then, well, how
musical
did you miss
instruments. Oh no, I had my pony.
I see. Yes, right. No.
So no, I was the child that would, and I'd either go to golf courses, collect the missing golf balls.
Oh, I see.
Then
Raise enough
sell
money
them back
buy
to the
something more new for your
golfers.
pony. Huh?
So, but we used to put on a lot of theatrical productions at home.
Rona McLeod's in this episode too. Rona was a very well-known actress, and I suppose she still is. That women was, and I haven't seen her around for quite a time. She's the one that's being heavily pregnant.
Yes.
And that's interesting because I that storyline, when I saw watching the tape yesterday, I thought, oh heavens! I thought that storyline was much earlier in the show, because I remember what happened when the women are transferred to the men's prison. Incidentally, were you aware that this particular episode was shown, and the prisoners at Fairley Women's Prison thought, what a good idea, set a fire to cover an escape.
Yeah.
And they did exactly that, and a couple of people were killed and they were transferred to a men's prison exactly as we were in the show. And from thence forward, they were never allowed to watch the show again.
And also, I think the production company also got into trouble about that
Got some flack
too.
about it, yes, they did.
Yes.
Indeed, they did.
And Judith McGrath, the gorgeous Judith McGrath.
Yes, doing very well in All Saints. I think she is extremely good in that particular production, I have to say. I think she adds some
Validity and
needed validity and class to it, yes. Now, what's very interesting also about this particular production, which I said very expensive with all these original vehicles and what have you, is that the scenes on the ladder, which you're about to see in a moment with Maggie Kirkpatrick and me and Anna Hruby, were actually shot on a real ladder that does exist still, coming out of the storeroom, and it's about 20 feet high and it's metal, and it goes to the roof on this building. That's all absolutely real. It was shot on location. And we were given harnesses for the second part of the thing because we were sort of hanging off this damn ladder 15 feet in the air. And the Jordan frame that they put Maggie Kirkpatrick on is a real Jordan frame, and they did winch her out of that manhole, and they did use a crane when that actress was winched off the roof and back onto the ground. Now, there's no way they would ever let an actor anywhere near anything like that, because, of course, they would be terrified of being sued if someone was injured. But the things that we did in those days, and I think
well, that was one of the things when my character originally escaped with Betty Bobbitt, and I was surprised that they actually got Peter Brock's brother in, Phil, to do the stunt work.
Yes.
And I said, well, but why? I can do it.
Yes, they wouldn't let you do anything with sort of driving vehicles and things like that, which was a bit meaner than I thought. Really.
Well, what, all the good fun? Yeah.
Yes, all the good fun.
What's it called? Burn the rubber?
That's right. Very
And
dark
also-
and dingy in here, this scene. I wonder who lit that.
Oh, I have no idea.
Still, you don't need to, you can sort of hear what's going on pretty well. I don't envy poor Maggie trying to lift me up that ladder. Mind you, I weigh about 4 stone less there than I do now. Does anyone know what a stone is anymore?
I think they would.
The older one.
Oh, no, imperial measurements.
They don't teach those
America.
anymore, do they? Imperial measurement? Oh, America,
Yes, they
yes.
do.
No, America does everything in pounds for weight. Never did stones.
I don't think it would take much of a quantum leap to...
I don't know. It was a huge quantum leap for me to go from stones to kilograms. I still don't know what I measure in height with in metric.
Now, see this ladder? I remember this ladder from, I don't know, it was an episode with Tommy Dysart.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to do a lot of ladder acting as well.
Oh, right. That's also the storeroom they used for Lizzie when she was making her home brew, where she stored it as well. They used that storeroom a lot. And here comes
a great shot.
Yeah, the real cherry picker thing. It's interesting too, when they actually put her on the Jordan frame and lower her down to the ground, Maggie I'm talking about, or the freak you might know her better as, it's the way that Ian and Patsy King are standing right underneath it, without any sort of, worry. Probably because the director said, "Go getting closer for the shot," If it had hit them on the head, it would have made a dreadful mess of them. Mind you, Juliana, I remember, did a dreadful thing to me in a scene which was supposed to be taking place in Barnhurst, and my character was supposed to have been fed some magic mushrooms, and so she decided to put atropine in my eyes, which of course completely dilated my pupils.
Dear.
But then I had to do all the rest of the day's work with my pupils, where I couldn't see more than 3 feet in front of me in bright sunshine. I wasn't very happy with it that day.
Nothing like scheduling.
And then you couldn't see my eyes on the shots anyway.
I think it's called method acting.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, right.
So these are authentic, real firemen.
Yes, they are real firemen. Yes, the only thing that's not real is my acting, really. I hate this sort of acting. I hate it. I hate sick acting. That's my least favourite acting of all. I hate having to pretend act as if I'm ill or injured. I loathe it.
Is that because you don't have any dialogue?
It's because I don't have any experience of it.
Okay. Well, nothing like that old term, act as if.
Being extremely terrified I find difficult as well.
Yes, that takes a lot of energy. Well, you were very heavily involved in the pantomime. Do you remember the pantomime? I do indeed.
And then the subsequent tunnel scene where that dreadful woman locked us all down in the tunnel, Rowena Wallace.
That's right,
I can't remember
Rowena.
her character's name. Do you remember her character's name?
No, I don't.
She played a schizophrenic. I remember that because I can remember Colette Mann used to say to her, "How are you both today?" I don't think Rowena thought very much of that actually.
Oh. So with that tunnels, the pantomime, I think I played the character called, what was it? Buttons.
Buttons, that's right. Yes, I played an ugly sister, of course. I could have played both of them, actually, but they gave the other one to Betty Bobbitt. She played the other one.
So with my mouse character and Betty Bobbitt, Judy Bryant, we escaped together. So that was lots of fun.
Yes, well, at least you got to escape. I get stuck in the tunnel with Lizzie and Doreen, and my character suddenly discovering after 10 years in prison that she was claustrophobic. Oh dear me! And you have to try and make this believable too.
And you did. So had she been masking this?
No. No one had ever told her. That's what was wrong.
See? Hey, suggestion.
She discovered
so powerful.
it suddenly. Yes, that's right.
So one of the best things, well, the funniest things was that with Betty Bobbitt, and my surname being Sobbit, one of the outside broadcasts was is called I think it was called a MMBW drain, which is basically a water drain. And that in those days we did have rainfall.
Melbourne Metropolitan Board of Works.
Yes. And there was slime at the bottom of one of these drains, and I can remember that Betty slipped, I went in to help, and then I slipped, and we just shot down this drain like a couple of, oh no, it wasn't a good look.
Down a slippery dip.